All right. So one of our favorite topics, late payment. So let's dive into the intricacies of late payment and why late payment is such a big hassle for everyone. So let me share a screen and then we're going to dive into the late payment strategy on why the late payment deletion guide works. So how many Americans suffer from late payments? Let's see what Google says. All right. So 37%, right? According to NerdWallet, 37% of Americans paid a late fee on a bill in the last 12 months. All right, so let's do the math. 37%, right? So the population is how many people are in the USA? All right, so we got 333 million people in the US, right? And 37%. So let's find out 37% of 333 million. So let's find that out. 37% of 333.3 million. Let's do that. 37% multiplied by 333 million. 1, 2, 3, 2. Okay, 300. So 123 million. So approximately 123 million people suffer from late payments. And I'm here to show you guys that a late payment does not exist. And here's why. What do we know about late payment? There's one law that authorizes a late payment, 15 USC 1666B. This is the only law that authorizes a late payment. Now, under timing of payment, a creditor may not treat a payment on a credit card account under an open-end consumer credit plan as late for any purpose. That simply means they cannot treat a payment as late unless these are the only factors. So everything that follows now are the only factors together that can have a creditor treat a payment as late. So the first thing we need to know is that what? There needs to be an adaptation of reasonable procedures designed to ensure that each periodic statement. So the first thing we need to know is that there's periodic statements going on. And the second thing we need to know is that the periodic statement must have information required by 1637B. And this information and periodic statement, it must either be mailed or delivered. So we're at number 3. It must either be mailed or delivered, and they need to prove that it was mailed or it was delivered to the consumer not later than 21 days before the payment due date. So there's also a time clock. So they must be able to establish those 4 things in order for a creditor to treat a payment as late. However, when it comes to late payment itself, late payment is also a negative item or negative information. So there's a law, 15 USC 1681 S2, that speaks on negative information. So when we go to negative information and we scroll down to number 7, we're going to see that a negative information notice is also required. So if a financial institution that extends credit and regularly in the ordinary course of business furnishes information to a consumer reporting agency described in section 1681 AP of this title, furnishes negative information to an agency, the agency is TransUnion Equifax Experian, regarding the extension of credit to a consumer, the financial institution shall provide a notice. Right here, shall provide a notice. Guys, we're not asking them to provide this notice. They must do this by law. All right. If this was not done, compliance was not done, the late payment is invalid that was furnished on your consumer report. And the timing is very important. So this notice required under subparagraph A shall be provided to the consumer. See, shall be provided. That means you must get it. Shall be provided to the consumer prior to or not later than 30 days after furnishing the negative information to a consumer reporting agency. So what does all of this mean? This simply means that if Experian, TransUnion, Equifax don't have a copy of the negative information notice that should have been sent to you, in addition to the 4 key things needed for Section 1666B to authorize a payment to be late, the late payment does not exist. Right? So whether they respond to you verified, validated, we have late payment round 2 letters, which you will see below, because what you're going to purchase is the late payment deletion guide that has all the information that you need relevant to the type of late payment that you may or may not have. And this guide down here has about 6 to 8 letters that you can use. Just read through it and use the one that applies to your situation. And this is how we get late payments deleted. It is not what you know, it's what you can prove. The law says the consumer reporting agencies, 15 USC 1681 EB, let's go here. The law says that they must report what? Accurate information. So when we go to 15 USC 1681 EB under compliance procedures, it says that whenever a consumer reporting agency prepares a consumer report, it shall follow reasonable procedures to assure what? Maximum possible accuracy. The information that they are furnishing must be accurate. And when we go back to 15 USC 1681 S2, under responsibilities of furnishers, it also says that a person, and we know what? A person means what? A corporation, right? A person means a corporation. And it strictly says a person shall not furnish any information. So a person is your Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Navy Federal. These are all corporations. They shall not furnish any information relating to a consumer, to any consumer reporting agency, if the person knows or has reasonable cause to believe that information is inaccurate. Them furnishing a late payment that is not compliant with the law is inaccurate information being furnished, and this is how we get late payments deleted. So for those of you that are a part of the 123 million Americans that had a late payment in the last 12 months, this is the letter that you're going to use to get the late payments deleted. If you have older late payments, you can use it as well, because they must be able to prove that these notices were sent out and the conditions were met for these late payment to exist. Without these conditions met, a late payment does not exist. It exists on your credit because you let it exist and you did not challenge its compliance. That's it for late payments. We get late payments deleted like crazy. Get the guide below and go get those late payments deleted.